Welcome back to Life Unpacked. I'm Dasha,
I'm Diana.
and today we're going to talk about morning routines, which is very suitable because it is the morning. And I just had my routine not too long ago, which is not a routine at all. It is a pretty, I think, standard way of waking up.
Yes, chaotic, would you say?
Actually, no, it's not chaotic anymore because we got it figured out.
Sweet, talk about it. Let's unpack.
Um, Well, we both deal with them. And my oldest is already 8, so she's pretty self contained. She's able
Right.
to get up, she does everything herself. It's with the 4-year old, but now we're teaching him. He knows how to get dressed. What I did was I put his clothes on the same level where he's able to reach it.
That's good.
So now that it's
Mhm.
summer, I switched out his pants with his shorts and I put his pants on top and his shorts on the bottom. So on the bottom shelf is his
Mhm.
shorts, the shelf above are his t-shirts. So he's able to directly reach them. He doesn't need my help. So he's able to get dressed in the morning and he knows you go to these shelves and you get whatever you want to wear.
Amazing. You kind of like accommodated uh to make life easier for yourself. You've provided
And
a
for
tip for
him
people.
because yeah, and for him because he feels good, he feels accomplished because
Right.
he's able to get dressed in the morning, and it's easier for
Amazing.
everybody. So the only thing is eating is the always the problem because they take forever.
Yeah, today I forgot to feed my daughter breakfast like before she went to camp. Um, but yes, her stuff is ready for her to wear. It's a little bit more chaotic with my daughter, but, you know, personalities.
I mean, a lot of people wake up really. What we're talking about is like the family routine, right? Like the family morning routine. But there is your own routine. That's the one that we should. I'd love to discuss.
Yes, I get, like, way off course because the intention of this was to discuss why having a morning routine that the thought is that you're gonna have, like, an energetic good day, right? So you
Yeah.
have to do certain things in your morning routine to set yourself up for success. And there's, like, a lot of research about why that's important for women, and we women know that. My mornings a little chaotic. Like, they're calm and chaos, but, like, they could be better.
Yes, but we're talking about your own routine, meaning we're not talking about when the rest of the family wakes up. What do you do?
For the routine where I feel the best about myself, I'm waking up at 5:15 AM so
Oh
that I
my
can
God.
walk, right? So that I could walk around the block because it's very hot in Florida, right? And, like, 5 is fine for me, like, I have to wake up and pee anyways, like, once I'm up, it's fine.
Okay.
It's really fine. Like, not lately, but, like, usually it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a big deal for me, for my body. And then I walk around the block because it's so hot during the
Yep.
day that I just can't handle it, and I come home, and I put on my, like, my serums and my moisturizers and my SPFs, and my daughter's still sleeping, everyone's sleeping, um, and I could, like, change for the day. Like,
You're in
usually,
peace.
I keep my plastic on, but, um, for momming but ideally, I would shower, right? Like, give that time, and then start the day with my daughter, and then the chaos begins?
Having time for yourself. It's having that time, it's having that zen time for yourself to reconnect with yourself, give love to yourself before you start giving it to others. That's really the best routine.
It is the best routine, and then, like, when you're doing that, when you're really thinking about it in the mornings, you have to make a choice that you wanna wake up early. Then you have to make a choice that you're going to sleep early, right? That you're not using those hours at night to scroll,
Yeah.
which I love that too.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. That's so, like, a person has to have a successful morning routine, choose not to have a fun night routine.
Yes.
'Cause it's hard to do it, like.
But here's the thing, that 5 minutes will be enough to have peaceful time with yourself where you can meditate for 5 minutes. You don't need an entire hour, which great, it's lovely, it's wonderful if you do. But if you can't, just 5 minutes of waking up and just being with yourself and
For
meditating,
sure.
it has to
Mhm.
become routine in the word. And the only way to become a routine is for it to become a habit, which how long does it take for something to become a habit? 28 days
30
or
days or
30 days.
something.
So just for 30 days, you have to wake up or you at night, you have to say to yourself, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do this. And just like an addict, it's one day at a time. It's literally
Like
one
everything
day at
is
a
literally
time.
it's the same thing if you like start a new school program or a new job. You have to commit your mind and everything
Mhm.
is about that. Um and I have to make it that. Like my mentalness is about morning routines actually, like starting it off not with coffee and protein and fiber. Like that's what my mind like it's a roller coaster in my brain. Eat more protein, eat more fiber, stop drinking coffee, drink more water.
Oh, stop drinking coffee. I don't know. But
No, like
actually,
so
some
early
days,
on an empty stomach.
yes, yes. I read that you're really not supposed to be drinking coffee, and then I just don't.
No,
I've
it's like the
started.
worst.
I've started drinking warm water with lemon in the mornings,
I did that for a day. I
and
did it for a day. I have to have a pep talk with myself that it's okay that I feel still like waking up and I have like emotional things of not trying to be tired. It's okay. It's like a me with me thing, but the water with lemon is great and some cayenne pepper.
but do you think that because do you think that waking up at 5 is not good for your body? Like you need a different kind of amount, different set of hours that you need to sleep for? Because I
No,
didn't
like
look into this, but I read that everyone has their own amount of hours that they need to sleep for their body to feel great. Like some people need 6 hours, some people need, I don't know, 4 hours, some people need 8 hours.
well, women need more sleep than men. And the research shows, I actually wrote this down. Studies show women tend to wake up and fall asleep earlier than men by 2 hours. By 2 hours. And women do need more sleep than men. It's because we need to rest our brains to make all the choices and decisions, right? Like we need
Yeah.
to rest.
We think too much. Yeah.
um,
Yep.
but no, I need a lot of sleep. I need a lot of sleep, and I fall asleep early.
I don't know. 5 a.m. was super. So okay. What time does your daughter wake up?
Well, for camp now, she has to be up like at 7, and during school, she has to be up at 6.
Wow.
And so I do have to be up at 5 to make the lunch because I make it fresh daily, 5 to 6 a.m. Like she has to be at school at 8, so 6 to 7, we're prepping.
Right. So
Carpool
what?
gets her at 7.
So why don't you give yourself another hour of grace and wake up at 6? Because that will still give you an hour. And now, do you still have to make food for her, or does camp feed her?
Now camp feeds her.
So now you
Great.
can do 6 o'clock to give yourself more time to sleep, which will still give you an hour to do all your things.
Yeah. It's always an adjustment, and I call it like optimize the schedule. Like, so when I can, I do. When I can't, I don't. And
That's
I
okay.
try when I can't and not, I can't. When I can't, I don't feel bad anymore. I'll get to it.
Yeah, I've definitely fallen off. It's not so much that I scroll in the morning. Um, Maybe I do, but I check my emails, which they also say not to do that. And first thing you wake up in the morning, just basically stay away from your phones, is what they say. And I definitely do not.
I don't.
I do not. So maybe that's something that I can work on.
Like, I just like realistically, unless you delete the apps, that's the only way. Like, oh, put a time limit. That's fake, okay? 50 minutes, like, unless you're like the strength of, I don't know, if you're like a dedicated person like that, I'm
Yeah.
not. You have to really commit to living like it's 1999, like without the phones, without the apps, without the constant like, forget even reading the news. I log onto TikTok and
Yeah.
I see what they're reporting with my eyes. Like there's a video now of what's happening. And I'm like, damn.
I was just saying, I was talking to somebody yesterday and I was saying that it's a dream of mine to um, have the ability to go back to a flip phone, which I
You
think I
can.
can. I,
You
I
can.
can, but then that would involve me having two phones because one I would need for um, work and it would just take setting up and I can. In reality, I can.
You can. I think you just have to want to.
Yeah,
Like, this may be another episode. Like, we could literally be whoever we want to be at any second. And if you're like, I don't read the news in the morning anymore, and simply just stop, like, just don't do it anymore.
I think so many of us don't realize how much we rely on our phones and how addicted we are to social media and our phones in general. It's and they're definitely screwing up the morning routine for sure. There's, I mean, bedtime routine, forget it. Scrolling, I mean, I hear
Uh,
it happens all. I am definitely guilty of that.
yeah, I
100% I'm
scroll.
guilty of that. And I know it's terrible. And before I used to make myself at least 1 to 2 times a week to just not scroll. And now I just don't have that capacity to even think of that because I'm just on autopilot. This is it. Sometimes I'm able to take myself out, but lately I've just been on autopilot, and it's just we're just
That's what it is.
plowing through life. It's just what it is.
Exactly. Just like trying to get, like, what happened? When did this happen? Like,
It's time for shimmy.
okay.
Plowing through life is.
Woo!
Oh, that should be a part of a morning routine.
I'm working on it.
That should be a part of a morning routine.
What, doing this? Hey,
No,
girls, still not there, bitch.
definitely not a good way to start the day. Definitely not a good way to start the day.
Oh my God. I actually and I actually have written an article with my brain before, like
Yes.
before AI, about how to like be confident, right? And it was like the superwoman pose, right? Like if you superwoman pose and you look in the mirror and be like, I got this. We oftentimes forget to breathe. You could just wake up in bed, like you said, meditate
Yes.
before. You could just sit up and breathe, like a giant sigh, like, but
Hmm.
do organized breathing.
That's easy.
In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. And I think with that we're so on autopilot that we forget that our bodies like are built to like survive, like,
Mm-hmm.
and breathe. And when I was quitting smoking, um an acupuncturist told me like smoking is a form of meditation because you're holding it in, you're inhaling, right? And I'm like, yeah, man, that's true. Like, true.
Well,
Duh.
we do not smoke. We do not condone. We do not promote smoking.
We
We're
don't nicotine, tobacco, the worst. Stop it. Wrinkles in your mouth that you can't
vaping the
do out.
worst. Vaping the worst. But that's an interesting analysis
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's
yeah. So
true.
she would tell me like, "Oh,
Wow.
you're," because I would go on so many cigarette breaks, because I was a addicted to the nicotine, but also like you're like literally breathing in
Wow.
smoke, but breathing you're doing. So
Wow.
I
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
breathe a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
more when I was a smoker.
Wow.
And when I quit smoking, I would take walks around the block.
And did you still do the breathing?
Yeah, like I can't like hold my breath. Like I would like like, and it took a lot to quit smoking cigarettes. That's a very stressful conversation. Then maybe that will help me. Like, yeah,
But that's interesting. I could definitely do that. I mean, I would love to. I would love to zen myself and center myself every morning.
maybe wake up like do a yoga pose.
Mm.
It's just the desire to do it. Like none of this is complicated. Self talking to self, not talking to you, ladies listening. It's not that complicated. You just have to
It's
decide you
not.
wanna do it and then do it. Like, that's your motto. Just get it done.
Yeah. No, it goes back to I need to find that video of that one Buddhist talking about that you don't just live one life. Every day is a brand new life. Every day you wake up for the 24 hour, no, you're not awake for 24 hours, for however many hours you're awake. It's a new life. And you
It's
go to
very
sleep
true.
and then you wake up again and it's a new life. And you dictate how every day will go.
It's true. It's based on the choices that you make. And you could choose anything at any moment to be different. A different reality opens up every time you decide something different.
Yeah. The breathing for me is like the easiest because you don't have to do anything besides just lay in bed and breathe, which is you're already doing
But
anyway.
you're already doing something so much because that's your mindset. You're getting calm. You're like preparing yourself.
Yes.
You're a blank canvas. Now that you say it that way,
Yeah,
you're a
you're a
blank
blank
canvas and
canvas.
like w-
Every morning you're a blank canvas for that day. It's so true.
and it sounds like really annoying for people who are like in a bad mood and like in a funk in life. I just like I'm thinking about people or even myself. I'm not in a funk in life right now, but like how to get out of that funk to do a different choice. And I guess it's the morning, like just decide in the morning you're gonna do something different.
And if you're gonna do something that is wellness related or Zen related and just gives you a sense of inner peace, it sets the mood for the rest of the day. If you wake up and you're feeling upset or just angry, you know how it is. You attract what you think. It snowballs. And if you're in a bad mood, it's just going to snowball into worse feelings throughout the day and getting upset about everything and then more terrible things happening. What kind of energy are you
It's,
putting out?
it's kind of like collecting evidence to support your bad mood,
Oh,
right? Like you're collecting evidence to support what you already believe to be true. So you're
mhm.
gonna like ignore the person saying like good morning, like it's great to have a good day. But
You're
if you
gonna
were
get
on
mad
that
at them.
mindset, you'd be like, yeah. You'd be like,
Yes.
yeah. But if you're in a bad mood, you're going to hit that traffic. You're going to hit that annoying person and it snowballs. I've had it guilty. If I'm in a bad mood, oh my god, I have a reason to honk at somebody full, right? Like that extended. I don't honk here. Boom boom. But
If you know, you know.
no, 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 pickup truck. You may go forth as slow as you wish. Go on. You don't have anywhere to be, neither do I. It's fine. But I mean, there's like science backed about this, and I wish we could like have a producer in the background, like just like boom, boom. This is the science.
I actually just saw something about this that if you try to stay positive, are rewiring your brain to notice more positive things to exactly to what you said. You're going to notice somebody saying hello to you. You're going to see the positive things that are happening around you. And just really looking back at your actions, like if I look back at my actions right in the morning, like what does me checking emails as soon as I wake up do? Nothing. I'm gonna check them.
Makes you
Nobody expects me to reply. I'm not gonna reply at 7 o'clock in the morning. Um, what does that do for me? Nothing. All it does is just already program my brain into start going, start thinking. You're not giving yourself that zen.
that
It,
opportunity.
yes, if anything, I'm already
Yeah,
firing myself up about all the things that I have to do immediately as soon as I would get up.
right. And would you say, I mean, to me, yeah, affects how you are with your children, and like because does it?
I
If
don't
you're
know. I don't
annoyed,
know.
like
Maybe I'm not annoyed. I'm not annoyed.
or like stressed out, like I'm because I don't get work emails like that, like I would
Yeah,
be like annoyed, like hurry up, let's go, let's do this.
I don't think so. I don't think it affects me on the outside. I think it affects me on the inside. I think it affects me on the inside. And that's what I would like to change is just to have more. I feel like I'm pretty zen, but I definitely could be more zen. There's no need for me to check social media in the morning when I wake up. What does that do? What does it do? It does nothing for me. What is reading the news going to do for me? Nothing. It's just going to make me upset.
Pings your brain of dopamine.
Eh,
Correct me
and
if I'm wrong in the
especially
comments.
the first thing in the morning. Again, it is your time. The first thing in the morning is your time to set the day.
um yeah, same.
So
I mean, just same.
why are you putting these thoughts, these negative thoughts in when you're still gonna have your chance to go through social media. You're still gonna know what's going on. Was since we were taping today, was your morning routine different today, this morning?
Oh man, today was terrible actually. Thank you for asking. Awful. Because I forgot everything. I forgot that she eats and camp. I still made her sandwich, right? I could have gotten myself ready. I made her sandwich. Um, and then I forgot that my carpool is not coming today. And I like stood outside waiting for them. And I'm like, oh, they're late. And then I'm like, when they got so late that I'm like, wait a minute. Check I checked the messages. I'm like, aha, they're not coming. Okay, Valentina, let's go. I made a mistake. And she's like, and you rushed me this morning. I'm like, I did. I'm sorry. And having to drive her, I had training this morning. So I was like speeding to get to the gym.
Oh wow.
And then after the gym, because I was a little late, I was really just like rushing everything where to get home to record here and to like put on some makeup.
Very
You know?
stressful morning. Wow.
But I still laugh, guys.
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Laugh in the face of chaos because at least I worked out.
You worked out. There are so many positive things there.
I now have a sandwich for lunch because I took it out of her lunchbox. I'm prepared today. So,
You see, everything leads you
Mhm.
in the way that you should be going.
How about you?
It was pretty routine actually. It was good. It was not too stressful. Again, with the difference is with her being so much older and with my son getting older, it just gets easier and easier. But it's also easy because it's the summer and she has to be at camp at 9,
Oh, not bad.
and we drop him off later at around 8:30. So that's why. So ask me when school starts, that's where the stress is. Because that's when we're rushing, so they're not going to be late. In my mind, waking up at 5 is just unrealistic. But here's the thing. I will wake up earlier, not at 5. I will wake up earlier to go to the gym.
Because it's important. Working out is important to you.
So yeah, I and especially now I have to do it in the morning because it's the only time I could get it in. So even though I didn't do it today because I was tired, I didn't want to do it.
And you're allowed to be.
It's about setting the day. It's about setting the mood of the day, and even if you realize it or not, um, laying in bed and going scrolling through, because really that's what everybody's doing, right? Like, let's be honest here. Either what else would you be doing in the morning?
I
Unless you're
mean,
doing
yeah.
something positive. There's nothing else that's bad that you could be doing in the morning, right?
Yeah. I'm thinking scrolling,
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Scrolling
eating
is
a donut, blood sugar spike. Not that I shade
which for
donuts.
that you have to yeah, I guess, yes.
Like
Yes, morning.
protein. Like it's annoying. It's annoying to live your life according to protein. But such it is, okay? Because if you crash your sugar, you're gonna be like annoyed, moody, all these things. There's a reason for it. It's not just like people talking at you.
Yeah, so we didn't actually touch upon that, but very that's a very good point. It matters what you eat in the morning as well. So it's not just those 5 minutes or whatever that you have to yourself before you go into taking care of everyone else. It's what you put into your body in the morning because it's going to fuel you for the rest of the day. But I feel
Right.
like everybody knows that.
Right. Everyone
Maybe
does
not.
know that, but autopilot, right? Like I know that. I go to work out and I don't nourish my body the way that I should. Today I took like I took like my vitamins before and I didn't eat. Like I'm always doing things incorrectly because time just moves too fast. And
Yeah.
I personally need to slow down.
Mm.
Maybe make a list. Do this, not that. Right?
Yeah.
For me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think other people are like that too. You just forget. You forget that carbohydrates are what fuel you to give you energy. Right? Like, and not a loaf of bread. We're talking about sweet potatoes. Everyone knows it's just really hard to put into practice, and you have to want to,
You have to
and
want
then you
them.
have to set aside the time to do it. And, you know, by 40, you know what you know and how you are. And it's about like, okay, today I'm ready to do better because it is better. It's science.
Yes. And I think it's also important to not follow these influencers that are posting all these videos of their morning routines. And
I mean,
because
it's great content.
every time I watch them, I get angry.
I mean, we have to like reframe, right? Like, don't get angry. She's working. This is her job.
Correct. You're
This
correct.
And maybe in part of her routine, you could be like, "Oh, that's a good idea for me."
Is it really her routine though? But
But
she's
it's
working,
not.
so it doesn't matter.
It's the same thing as us being on this podcast and being
Yes.
like, "Oh, drink lemon water." And somebody's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, drink,"
Yes.
right? Like, she's working, maybe she has a sponsored ad.
Correct.
Um
She's working.
and
That's the way to look at it.
maybe she too is following what Chad told her is the ideal morning routine, and she's replicating it to make a little mini movie or whatever to inspire her followers, right? Like, she probably got a tummy tuck, and she like, the point, we don't know. We know it's fake, but we take what we can from it. Like the ideas, but don't be like, don't spike your cortisol because of some young lady working.
That's so
Mhm.
smart because that's really what the way you should look at it. Not compare yourself at all and not be like, how is she doing all these things? And there's no way she's doing all these things. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
It doesn't
matter.
matter if she's doing them, if she's not doing
She
them.
had to set her camera up to watch her sleep and then to open her shades,
It's work.
but
She is working
she's
and you're
working.
watching her work. And it's on you to see what you can take out of it.
Uh,
Or if you can't take anything, then you just scroll on by. You're absolutely correct.
exactly.
You're
It's like
absolutely correct.
flipping through a magazine, right?
That's
You,
it.
you know,
That's
flipping through
literally it.
Vogue, like it's a luxury magazine. Of course it's gonna have Chanel. Like, of course it's gonna have, like, it's kind of like that. It's just a
100%.
product she's trying to sell to us.
It's oh my
Um,
God, it's so true. It is the modern day magazine.
it's hard not to compare, but like, we like comparing to influencers is crazy.
But that's
But what
it. You just did. You just literally rationalized how you should never compare to the influencers because that's literally their job. Is to show this content to you, whether it's fake, whether it's true. The odds are it's probably fake.
it's
But
fake, yeah.
that's what they do. That's what they get paid for. And
Right.
when you look at it that way and understand that you're literally looking through a magazine, it it clicked in my head.
Yeah.
That's
Amazing.
amazing because so many and I wish that we could wrap this up in an easy way to understand for young girls because these young girls are viewing these influencers not just for the morning routines but in general they're viewing these influencers.
Oh,
But if you frame it again, these influencers, this is their job and they're making themselves look like this. It's all for show, just like it would be in a magazine, just like it would be in a commercial.
yeah,
When you watch
Hollywood.
those commercials for those lashes, on the bottom there's fine print that
Y-
says, "By the way, these aren't real lashes."
Exactly.
And we never think of it
Yeah.
that way when we look at the commercials.
When it comes to morning routines, the goal is to prepare yourself for an energetic day full of positive thoughts and good vibes. And I hope some of these ideas may help you with your morning routine, but we know it's a challenge. So try your best. We do. And do what works for you. Keep it simple.
Yeah, it's okay to fail every once in a while. We all do, as long as that doesn't become the routine and you don't celebrate that. But if you really look at it, just 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and if you want to give yourself more, even better, but just 5 minutes of making a positive choice in the morning will set you up for the entire day. And if you just view it that way, 5 minutes is nothing. So literally, you just wake up, you give yourself those 5 minutes, and then you rewire your brain for that day to accept all the positive things, to see all the positive things.
And after 30 days, it becomes a habit, and bam, it's a new version of you. You're a different person now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm
Isn't
gonna
that
try
a
to do it tomorrow. I'll text you. I'll let you know how it goes.
yeah, have you meditated though? I
Nope,
haven't.
nope, we did not. We did not meditate.
And it's in my
Failed.
cow.
Failed. It is. Every time I see it, I'm like, well,
You know what
again.
I'm gonna do? I meditated. I'm just gonna smoke my imaginary cigarette and call it meditation.
That's it.
Whatever works.
All right. Till next time.
Till next time, bye.
Bye.
Life is just one day. You born in the one day, and you live in the one day. You die in the one day. Everything happening in the one day. Today is only your life. Yesterday is already dead. Too late. Tomorrow is not born. Too early. What you have is today. Today is the only life. Today is not a little part of life. Today is life.
It's all.
Yes. Therefore, we need to make joy or happy every day. Not next year. You don't say me, I want happy life. That's illusion. Don't say me, I just want to say, I want happy day. Once you have a happy day, I think you have a happy life.